Are you still stuck up at Epic or Legend? Are you trying your best to get to Mythic but can't because of your team? Don't worry, you still have a chance to get Mythic before season ends. How? Come, let's find out in this video. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will discuss about the top 10 heroes to reach Mythic easily before the season ends. Question and answer round time. The first question is from LRS Gaming, asking if the whole Lightborn squad deserve a revamp. Well, yes my guy, even I think they need some revamps as they are not cheap. The second question is from OneDon.TV, asking if I can tell Moontun that Balric needs an epic skin. Sure, let me call Moontun right away. Drop your questions down below and watch without blinking to find the codes in this video. Before starting this list, let's do some maths. We are taking an average of 15 matches a day, which leaves us at 135 matches before the season ends. We will take the average win rate to 60% as you will need it at least for noticeable change in rank up stars. We did the math and you can get near about 60 stars, which is more than enough to get to Mythic from Epic 5. Let's start this list. With the 10th position, we have Zhong. After his adjustments on his passive in the previous patch note, Zhong is a true EXP laner in terms of survivability, damage output and also diving the backlines. He has a 48.73% win rate on Mythical Glory plus ranks, a ban rate of 0.03% and a pick rate of 0.81%. While his win rate doesn't seem like it's too much, but don't always trust the numbers, trust Kazuki too. When I say Zhong is a perfect pick for all the solo queue experienced laners out there. He has very low ban rate, which makes him easier to pick up in the drafting phase. You can do wonders with him if you know how to maintain his passive. His Dragonoid form can be a game changer as it is both engage and disengage skill. Tips and tricks for Zhong. I know all the hardcore Zhong fans must know this, but for all the players who want to try him and doesn't know much about him, here's a tip for you. Use minions when using his skill 3 to get more stacks and you can instantly activate the passive. And when you continue connecting basic attacks or skills, the passive will help you melt your counterpart's HP easily and give you an upper hand on them. Here are his updated builds after the recent adjustments. You can screenshot them and pause and read them out. In the 9th position, we have Novaria. Novaria has left her mark in the Land of Dawn as one of the most annoying mages in the game. She has a ban rate of a whooping 46.41% in Mythical Glory plus ranks and a pick rate of 2.89%. Why are the players in Glory plus banning her or just picking her up when open? It is because she is too good in terms of maintaining safe distances, getting visions and has lovely damage output. In Mythic rank and below, she isn't banned that much and remains open most of the time. So you can unleash her true power on them and make them have a fear of this very strong mage. Tips and tricks for Novaria. Combined with Flame Shot, you can easily use the second skill to misdirect the enemy jungler to give him a false sense of safety and follow it up with your Flame Shot to steal it or vice versa. Trust me, it annoys the hell out of the enemy as he has to always keep in mind about you and can't do any mistakes while taking the buff. One small mistake and the enemy buff is yours. You can also play her as Roam, and with Dire Hit, she is quite scary if you ask me. She can literally take a marksman out just with her second skill and Dire Hit in the late game. I don't know if this is not scary, then what is? Here are her suggested builds. Moving on to 8th position, we have Valir. Surprised to see Valir so much ahead in the list? Well, he's sure one of the most annoying mages in the current meta. But the main reason for me to put him at so much top is because of his ban rate. It stands at 49.47%, which means he gets banned almost 5 out of 10 matches in Mythical Glory and above ranks. A mind-staggering 66.85% ban rate in all ranks so he won't be that easy to pick in ranked games. But we just can't exclude him from a list of best heroes to rank up faster, can we? I am sure most of you have encountered at least one annoying Valir in the current season ranked matches. So whenever you see Valir is open, you can prioritize it as he will annoy the hell out of your opponents with his skill 2 push back and skill 1 slow and stuns. Tips and tricks for Valir. This trick is the stun lock hell and it's pretty simple. First use ultimate and then second skill and then first skill spam it and it's just a stun nightmare in 1 versus 1 situations. Here are the suggested builds for Valir. Moving on to the 7th position, we have Ruby. Ruby is sure a versatile hero with chain CCs and survivability. She has a decent win rate of 51.81% in all ranks and 52.2% in Mythical Glory Plus ranks. She has a win rate of just 0.09% in all ranks and 0.06% in Mythical Glory Plus ranks. This indicates that she can easily be picked due to her low win rate and performs fairly well on the battlefield. You can use her chain CCs to your advantage when the enemy has melee heroes and needs to come inside your skill range to be effective. She can also be played as the team's roamer due to her heavy spell vamp and survivability. Can target backline mages and disrupt their positions with her ultimate hook and stop them from retreating with her skill 2 CC. The recent spell vamp changes made her easier to have her spell vamp without having to go for 2 or 3 lifesteal items and just proceeding with Bloodlust and followed by defense items like Oracle. If you want to know some cool broken builds like this, do check out our video 8 broken builds in the current patch. The link is in the top right corner. Here are the tips and tricks for Ruby. Ruby is such an iconic hero that we all know her tricks. But do you guys know how to take advantage of them? So the trick I am telling you today is taking advantage of her passive to increase your rotation speed. Use any skill and face through the wall. It will save you a lot of time in the rotation and help you escape when you get chased by someone. The next trick is using flicker and third skill to chase down retreating enemies. Here are suggested builds for Ruby. Next, the 6th position is occupied by Lesley. But Kazuki, in your previous video you mentioned Lesley very higher up. Why the 6th position this time? Well, it is because of the players who are poor in positioning. She just has a win rate of 49.47% in Mythical Glory Plus ranks and just 48.35% in all ranks. Despite being such a great damage dealer in the late game where she can two-shot a mage, she is struggling to keep up in the cards because of the positioning of players. Just picking a hero won't get you to the higher ranks. What you need to do is adopt their tricks and strategies and also how they position those heroes. Well, I personally think she still deserves a better spot, but as we are going to the data we have, we will place her in the middle. If you want a complete gold lane guide, do show some love on our previous rotation series. Once we hit our goal, I will share my gold lane tips with you guys. Here are the tips and tricks for Lesley. It is a simple but deadly trick. First you have passive bullet, then use your first skill, then shoot, and then your second skill, and then shoot. This will ensure you deal true damage bullets. The second trick is for you to reposition your ultimate without using a flicker. Use your ultimate and when your last bullet is about to go off, use your second skill. You will successfully reposition your ultimate. Here are the suggested builds for Lesley. In the 5th position is Bane. Reigning with a win rate of 52.42% on all ranks and a 55.14% win rate on Mythical Glory Plus ranks, Bane still packs a punch both in physical build and magical build. He has a win rate of a mere 0.12% in Mythical Glory ranks and 0.17% in all ranks. making him left unchecked and easy to pick. His skills are not hard to master, and when you get the idea of using his ultimate nicely, you can easily turn the tides of battle to your side with the shockwaves. As his name suggests, he is actually a Bane for maximum heroes out there. He is like natural counter drought for all the junglers mains when confused about which hero to use, and the enemy has a very good team lineup. He has a decent jungle clearing speed, has tremendous attack growth, and is versatile in playing as he can be played in the jungle lanes and also in the mid lane. Here are the tips and tricks for Bane. It's a simple trick to farm faster. As soon as you start the game, we all know that his passive makes him extremely good at farming. Here's the trick. When you spawn in around the 5-second mark, use your skill 1 to bring up his passive stack and use it again at the 13-second mark. You have 2 passive stacks now. When the buff spawns on the 20-second mark, you have 2 passive stacks. So as soon as buff spawns, use your basic attacks, and then as soon your skill 1 cooldown is done, use your skill 1. The buff will melt almost 2 to 3 seconds faster. Here are his suggested builds. In the 4th position is Edith. Edith has a surprising win rate of 54.93% on all ranks and 56.94% in Mythical Glory Plus rank. You may wonder, how can a tank have such high win rates in all ranks? Well, she is not only a tank but also a marksman, the only competitor for Layla. She can dish out serious damage in team fights, has a good set of CC skills, and can be played both as a roamer and a laner. What more of a versatile a hero can be. She can even turn situations like 1 vs 2 and 1 vs 3 to her side if you know how to use her passive to the fullest. But don't be so excited, as she also has a high ban rate of 19% in the Mythical Glory Plus rank and 6.64% in the lower ranks. You can see her getting banned in ranked matches a couple of times, but most of the time she is left open. So whenever you see Edith open, you can opt for her and make that victory to your name. Here are the tips and tricks for Edith. The Edith trick will drop everyone's jaws if you can pull this off in an actual match. It's too easy, just use your second skill, and at the perfect timing use flicker inside your turret simply. Here are the suggested builds for Edith. And the bronze medal winner is X.Borg. X.Borg has a high ban rate of 10.97% in Mythical Glory Plus ranks and a decent win rate of 52.24%. Can't say much about the data analytics here, but from my personal experience in ranked matches, he is a great pick to easily rank up in the current meta. He can be very annoying when equipped with the Ice Queen wand, as it will slow the hell out of your enemy and deal continuous damage. Alongside slow from his first skill, making it very hard for them to escape. He is becoming more and more popular in lower ranks, with his popularity standing at 1.96%. In the lower ranks, his win rates is very good at 53.85%, and he just gets banned 4.92% of the time. This makes him one of the most ideal hero to rank up in lower ranks, as you can use him often and play both in the jungle and experience lane. I will suggest going and trying out X.Borg as a jungler now. Try it and share your experiences in the comment section. Here are the tips and tricks for Mr. Bronze. The first one is more like a tip. So whenever you use X.Borg first skill, make sure you fill his meter up every single time so that the true damage can start melting them. And here's the trick. Whenever you ultimate the enemies, they try to run away, so use your second skill so that they don't go anywhere. Here are his suggested builds. The silver medal is won by Kadita. Yes, Kadita. Despite being one of the most annoying mages due to her high burst and ability to knock up multiple enemies, is also doing pretty well in all ranks. She has a win rate of 52.75%, which is nothing extraordinary, but she has a whooping 39.56% ban rate in mythical glory ranks. That is how much of an impact she has left in the higher ranks.
Okay.
She doesn't have that great of a win rate in all ranks at 51.99%, but she is also not that much banned in the lower ranks. So use this to your advantage by unleashing your rough waves in the lower ranks and making your enemy live in fear of you. She can also be played as a roamer, and I know in the lower ranks you don't want to pick those tank heroes yourself. So you can opt for Kadita with dire hit and keep marking their main damage dealers to make their lives a living hell. Also, did I mention how slippery of mage she can be? As slippery as a fish freshly caught from the sea. Here are the tips and tricks for our fish. Kadita has the highest damage potential because she is a mage assassin. Let me give you a trick that will take advantage of her entire damage pool. You will just need Petrify to pull this off. Use your first skill towards the enemy, then use Petrify and your second skill. Finally finish it off with your ultimate on the enemy. Here are her suggested builds. And the gold medal is won by Bruno. I guess we will be the first to highlight this, but Bruno became a whole lot of strong and scary. Don't believe me? Take a look at the win rates. Our footballer has the highest win rate at 57.73% and a ban rate of 57.89% in Mythical Glory Plus ranks, making him the best marksman to go in the higher ranks. But the story turns when we come to the lower ranks. He has a ban rate of 15.25%, which is comparatively very low. I haven't seen him getting banned in the lower ranks. Have you seen this? He has a good win rate of 53.61% in the lower ranks. His football now hurts a ton and he is not that much banned in the lower ranks. It makes him the top candidate to use to rank up faster, and I'm sure if you can use his first skill well, you will have the true power of Bruno now. Here is the broken trick that makes our gold medalist so OP. It's pretty simple. Use your first skill and use your enhanced ball. Once your first skill cooldown is done, use your first skill again. When the first enhanced ball is in the air, you have two big balls that you can kick, which means more crit damage. Take advantage and use it to the fullest extent, because when used properly, you can have a lot more balls than just two.
Bruh.
Here are the suggested builds for him. So are you going to use these heroes to rank up faster and reach Mythic? Or do you want to be stuck in the lower ranks? Share your opinion in the comment section. That will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.